to go forever because are you working tonight, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we ain't going to go forever. But hello, we're alive. We had some technical problems, and I'm going to blame it on Ross.
Fuck it.
He seems the least likely person to have technical issues. Okay, I couldn't hear you, right? You know why I couldn't hear you?
You were plugged in this time, right?
Yeah, I'm plugged in. You know why? My audio was turned down to mute.
Oh.
Suddenly it unmuted and it was really loud.
I didn't want to assume that, yeah.
Yeah, Christ, I'm so fucking done with this shit, man. It's incredible. I think up until about 1996, I was really good with computers. And then it went. The whole skill set just left me. And all became irrelevant. Didn't mean anything anymore. You know, how to write in BASIC code didn't mean anything. So I was laid redundant. never even tried to get my abilities back with computers.
And here we are today.
And here we are today where I can't actually figure out that my audio is completely muted. So yeah.
Bested by the volume control.
Yay for me. So I'm here with Ross and Nick. Nick the cop, Ross the, I was gonna say nerd.
Go
That's
ahead.
Not really,
it's fine.
That's not really fair. No, because because a nerd to me means like somebody who doesn't know anything. He's just like a nerd and he can't pick up girls and that kind of shit. Whereas you know your shit and you've got 2 kids, so you also know how to fuck women.
I have figured it out. Yeah.
Which, as a nerd, is a plus point, right? So you've got all the bases covered.
Mm-hmm.
Like if your internet goes out, you're gonna fix it. You're also good with wood, I've heard.
Yeah.
Like literally good with wood. So you've got all that covered too. If you need something fixing or you need to shag your wife, you've got it all covered.
Oh right. Basically, my life since age 14 has been preparing for the zombies. So I'm good with wood. I'm good with guns. If we can get the Jenny running, I'll rebuild the power grid.
Yeah, fantastic.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, so I don't know if anybody. Let me just mute this shit. One sec. So if anybody doesn't know about the Heroes of Everforge saga, I'm sure most of the people in this chat do because I'm just looking at the names. I'm like, oh fuck, I know everybody. But I guess for the record, if anybody doesn't know what's happened here, Tom Gebbit, who we all know is a massive twink and a literal epitome of a nerd who doesn't get girls, etc., etc. The opposite of what Ross is basically, except the nerd part. Tom created this game called Heroes of Everforge, which to me was like a top-down, 2-dimensional RPG role-playing game that looked shit, looked absolutely terrible and generic and awful. Now, luckily for Tom, Ross has come along who knows about this shit and has people around him that also know about this shit and is going to create something amazing with it. In my opinion, I've seen some graphics. I was lucky enough to see some graphics of not the finished game, but like the introduction. And I'm not going to give anything away, Ross.
Oh sure.
Do you want to sit?
Spoiler.
Do you want to sit? Yeah. Let me put it this way: it's like you've dreamt how good this is. It's like there's no way this could ever be this good. And it's
Great.
it's incredible. It's a masterpiece of satire, is what it is. Now, Ross is going to do this on his own, with his own time, with some help of his friends. He's going to do this on his own time for no money, and then once it's finished, he's going to give it away for free to everybody. Doesn't want to make anything, but if anybody wants to give something to charity, then that's great. But the software will still be free, regardless of whether anybody wants to give anything to charity or not. It would be great if people did. And the charity will be announced at some point, right? Or it could be multiple charities or whatever. Now, Ross spoke to Josh the other day and reiterated this point, because this is not a new thing to Josh. Josh is aware of this, as is Tom. but they've been ignoring Ross's requests for contact. I don't know, Ross. Do you want to pick it up from there, man? It becomes like a, I don't know, like a. Tom thinks that this game that him and his bedroom friend 9 years ago, created this little 2D world of a RPG game, now thinks that that is worth something because Ross has got hold of this idea and wants to run with it as satire. Not as something that's going to make $1 million, but as something that's going to make a lot of people laugh who get the joke. And hopefully we might raise, I don't know, $500 for charity. I know we've already got a fifth of that with Nick, who's willing to put $100 in to this game that he hasn't even seen, but he's just dying to play the game and basically piss his pants 5 times while he's playing the game. So I'm all for this. Nobody's trying to make any money whatsoever. It's absolutely 100% for charity. Everybody who's putting any time in isn't making a dime off it. So when Ross spoke to Josh the other day and reiterated the point that he wants to do this game, the first thing that Josh said was, "Well, what does Tom make out of it?"
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, he went straight to financial gain. Yeah, what's in it for us? And then, Tom's first actual reply was essentially, instead of giving this name to you, which that's all we're really asking for, because you can already make satire. Look at Spaceballs, right? Look at any Mel Brooks movie. You can already do that. So if all we wanted to do is just make a satirical game, we wouldn't even need to talk to Tom. But we wanted the actual name. We thought it would be even funnier if we had the actual name of this abandoned project from 7 years ago. And his response was essentially, you can't have the name, but since you guys are acting like you want Heroes of Everforge, give me money through Patreon and I will release my 7-year-old shitty game.
Yeah, that's the gist I got, is that he would open an account, get as much, get people to pay money into this account, make it how he wants it to be made, or whatever suggestions get made to him, or with his development team. I guess he's got one of those as well, Ross.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Mom, more Hot Pockets!
Making me some 3D games here, bitch. So he's gonna do his thing, but you have to pay him to do it. He's not going to work for free. I mean, don't be ridiculous on that one, right? The guy, his time does not come for free.
His time is very valuable.
I think we all agree that, if you're going to listen to Tom Gebbit speak, it's worth $20 an hour, at least, right? So if you want him to make the game, this is a public plea maybe for him. I'll reiterate his point. If you want him to make the game, pay him some money. Go to his website, pay him some money to make the game, and whatever's left over, I think, is it what's left over goes to charity, or whatever the software makes in profit.
Yeah, I think what he was saying is that if enough people sign up for his Patreon, then as a thank you, he'll release the game. So indirectly, he'll get paid to make the game.
Nice.
And then whatever sales are made from the release of the game would go to charity. But that's still less money to charity.
Yeah, so just to be clear, Tom's model is, cut it down to its basic terms here, Ross. Tom's model is what? Tom's model is gets money to make the game.
Pay me to finish the game, and I'll release it for charity.
Right. And then all profits go to charity?
Yeah.
But you have to pay him to make it?
Correct.
All right, and what's your model?
Don't pay me anything ever, and if you feel like it's worth money, then give it to someone who could use it.
I don't. Okay, so let's just leave that there. We don't really need to comment any further. People can make their own minds up on that one.
Right. Yeah. What's better bang for your buck?
So I guess for the wider audience that might be listening to this, why didn't Tom want to agree to your terms? Because you did suggest all this to him, so maybe people who are not familiar with this, why didn't he agree to this?
It's kind of strange. He wrote this. It took forever to get him to respond, and there's absolutely no way that he was oblivious to our attempts to contact him, because we've been hammering him for 2 months now, sending him videos, pictures, Twitter stuff. People have been, trolling his chats in live hangouts. I mean, we've been basically doing everything shy of doxing the man so we can send him a letter. And one of the things that we didn't do is go to his new site, because we found his old site, but we didn't go to his new site and use his contact form to make a formal request. So he's latched onto that detail.
Big mistake.
As
anybody who knows anything
insincerity.
about Boogaloo knows that you have to contact him through certain channels.
Right?
Otherwise
You can't
it's
just have a
simply
conversation with him.
One channel, his email.
Yeah, his email. Who would have thought? Here he is with the Twitter.
He tried to skirt around it a little bit. He acted like he didn't know what Forge was and what was going on.
So Nick, as a police officer,
shoot,
I'm interested to know why you're willing to put $100 in of your own hard-earned black person killing gun career. Why are you willing to put your money towards this project?
Man, from what I've seen already, it's hilarious, and I just want to see it done, and it's for charity, and I'm willing to throw $100 at it.
What do you like about the game?
To be honest, I don't play those types of games or anything, but I don't care. I'm going to.
Right, I'm gonna be a fan.
Me too, dude.
And I'm in it, so I'm in it, so.
Dude,
I'm in it, so it's awesome.
I'll learn to like it.
Yeah. We do have right now it's a small team. Nick is I'm gonna say a member. He might think more honorary member, but he is a member on the dev team. So we have a dev chat, and we're throwing a lot of ideas around and passing
even I'm not in
papers.
that. I have nothing to do with this. This is completely separate to me or Devin or anybody else. People are just doing this on their own.
Correct.
Make that perfectly clear.
Yeah. We're not taking.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we're not taking any. Direction. We're taking input from anyone that has ideas, but we're not taking marching orders or any kind of direction from it. No one's pulling the strings. It really is a group right now of about 4 people.
Labor of love, right?
Exactly. And one of them, Mike, who has put out some of the best Everforge content. He's registered the domain name, so we have a website we'll be able to put this up at.
Am I right in thinking, Ross, that Mike is the guy that did the nose for R2, and was he the guy that did those thumbnails of the Everforge game?
Nostradamus.
Nose Tremendous.
Nose Tremendous, of course. Yes. Nose Tremendous. Yes.
Yeah, he did Nose Tremendous. Yeah, he's done some amazing ones. Nose Tremendous is.
Nose Tremendous. That was one of the best ones ever. Because you don't even read it. At first, you just read it as like Nostradamus, and it kind of fits, like ugly guy with because it's Josh. Right. And then you actually read the name, and it's just there's so many layers to it, dude.
Yeah, and you're going, wait, what the fuck does that? Does that really?
You know what I've said about this?
Yeah.
And there is if anybody who's not familiar with it, there is a working demo of it on Ross's channel. I also mirrored it on my channel. It's one of the smaller levels on the game. This is from like 3 months ago, right?
Like 2.
3-4 months ago. Yeah.
It's only been like 2, man. Time is being kind to us.
You just changed your icon, Ross.
Well, I'm showing you one of the. This is the first boss you encounter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe can we give an idea of what the game roughly is going to be about?
Sure. Yeah. Basic synopsis.
But no, okay. Is there any way that we could show what you showed me the other day?
Yeah, we can show a couple things.
No, because I was going to show Rebecca last night, and it's been locked out as a website for it now. You have to log in with a username and password. So.
Oh, that video.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
No, because Mike took that back down. He wants to finish that up, and
right, fair enough.
He has a really high standard of quality, so. He's not going to show that thing off till he thinks it's perfect. I think it's amazing, but he's not happy with it.
I did show Devin, by the way. He was absolutely, completely impressed. Yeah, just
good.
What the fuck?
It's just, it is really funny to take a step back and think, like, here you have these people just pouring time into this. But
it's like, it's jaw-dropping, man. It's jaw-dropping that people can just knock this up in their spare time.
Yeah.
Because like Ross has got a full-time job and kids, shit like that, and he still manages to do this. It's amazing, man. Honestly, whenever everybody sees this, they're going to be, I swear to God, if your jaw doesn't drop a little bit, and I know that's an expression that's used a lot, jaw dropping, but your mouth will open a little bit and go, wow. Honestly, you will. You will, I swear, you fucking will. It's so funny as well. There's so many in-jokes and shit. Anybody who knows all of this drama, man, it's just, oh, Christ. And I'm sure it's expandable as well, Ross.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of a couple things that I should probably touch on. You know, one of them is we're trying to pack just all the memes. We're trying to get all the inside jokes. We're trying to incorporate as many different people and real world elements. So, for example, the overarching story is that basically this Rue comes through, reaps havoc on the land, and then Nostromendus begins his quest to get 50,000 subs so he can fix the world. So he's going from village to village fixing these problems for subscribers.
One of which is acting. That's one of his...
Yeah. Yeah, we have plans to incorporate his audition tape. So we're going to have the cutscenes in there.
It's cutscenes.
Yeah, it's cutscenes because he's going to have to infiltrate. He's going to have to infiltrate the resistance. So I mean, we're doing things like that. We're writing around the existing real world content, and we're making stories and side quests that kind of fit, loosely following events that have happened. So Atheist Emu is going to be making an appearance, and of course Nick's in there. We're going to have as many people as we can possibly cram into this thing, and we're not really limiting the scope. So if there's an opportunity to get Jacqueline Glenn worked in there, we're going for it. Anything and everything, and it will be expandable. So I've already put together the patcher, so we'll be able to add to this thing. If there really is a lot of interest and we keep our motivation up and we put this thing out and there's more, controversy and more inside jokes that come to pass, we can add, another zone to the game and we can have these expansions without too much work. So it can really be a repository for all the jokes.
So, like, the wider point is this like, do you want to call it a community? I don't really want to. I don't really want to call it that because there's so many different like people who get on, people who don't get on, or whatever. And I'm not interested in all that. But if you can see the good that comes out of this, right? If we can raise any kind of money for charity, that's fantastic. But if you can play this game and and just cry laughing at least once, just playing it, because maybe your icon is in it briefly, then you need to pay some money to that charity, at least $10, I would say. If you get a massive laugh out of it, and you're even featured in it, fuck, you need to be paying something towards whatever charity it is. Because it's going to be there forever. This is a piece of art that's just going to be there forever. It's worth anybody's money and anybody's time. It really is. I mean, there's no downside to it. All of it goes to charity. All of it does.
Yeah, every last cent, and something.
Dude, we can put it out to vote. When the time comes, we can, whatever. People can decide what they want to give the money to. I don't know. Well, we can work it out, what it is. But I'm interested in raising as much money as we can for whatever it is. And that can be anything. But the game is going to be just fuck me. I am so excited for this. I really am. It's going to be honestly. I don't play, like Nick said. I don't play RPGs whatsoever. I don't get time to build my character up and get XP and all that shit. But I will with this. This will be my, instead of playing something on the Xbox One, I'll play a 1985 poor RPG game with really fantastic cutscenes.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna have really good cutscenes. We're gonna keep the retro graphics, but we're definitely gonna keep that feel.
Yeah. It's part of it because it's Josh and surrounding like Josh and things like that. It almost needs to be something that you promise and then don't deliver. You know what I mean? There has to be that element of disappointment with it. It's like you're really expecting something, it's just shit. You know what I mean? Just because it's Josh. You need to have, maybe you need to have one level like that. It's just, you're really expecting it to be fantastic, but because Josh is in it, it just goes. It either falls really flat or it's completely unfunny deliberately.
Right.
That would epitomize him. You know what I mean? Then you'll just for 5 minutes you'll be able to soak in his life and see how lame he is just for a minute, and then it moves on to a different level where everything's great, like real people,
Right.
not idiots. So maybe you could incorporate something like that.
Yeah, there's
I
a
invited
lot.
Skep's on here, by the way. She ain't here. I invited some female talent. So.
Oh, good.
Because we're talking
yeah.
about video games. So.
Minbury said Jack Layton Glenn should have a skeleton army.
Yeah.
I concur.
The working name we have right now is the Jacklamancer.
Oh,
and
and I've
So
seen,
perfect.
honestly, because I've seen this trailer that nobody else can see right now. Fuck me, man. It all makes perfect sense.
Right,
It just
with the wall paintings.
It's brilliant. Oh, but you need more of those. You've got to get that section. I do like the sunlight coming through the trees and all that kind of thing. But when it comes to that, I was telling Rebecca because I couldn't pull it up, right? Because Mike's like fucking secured it or whatever. I was trying to then explain what it was, which doesn't give like the same impact whatsoever. Right. It's like, she's got that on the wall and that on the wall, and then. But you need more of those things on the wall, if that makes sense. I know it makes sense to you, Ross.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure if Mike's listening, I'm sure Mike will listen. But yeah, definitely more things on the wall. And then if you look at like how Grade A Under A does his videos, really simple in Windows Paint, but he includes like these snap frames, just one frame. You'd have to pause it to find out what it actually was.
Right.
You know what I mean? We need some of that in as well. You know what I'm saying? Just like could be a little bit of text. It could just be one line of text, and people will get it. And it's just like it's like a shrine to all the shit that's gone on.
Well, exactly. And one of the things that we've kind of thrown out there is it's a jab at all regressives, right? If you're regressive, you're on the table, and so that's really kind of where we're coming from. That's
definitely one thing that I noticed on that wall. There are not enough of them. And there's
exactly.
probably one that's
there's not enough wall.
Well, there's one that's overrepresented. Well, no, you can have a ton on there. Where you'd have to actually pause it. Well, you'd have to pause it to look at it.
Right.
Oh, fuck yeah, there's that guy there as well. You know what I mean? That's what you need. That's it demands replays.
Yeah. No, that would be really good if we can get that.
I'm sure Mike can incorporate that. I'll need to talk to Mike. I haven't spoken to Mike. I need to talk to him. It interests me. Anybody who can do that kind of shit on After Effects, fuck me.
Oh, exactly.
I mean, I'm blown away, man. Like I said to you, I'm jealous of your abilities. I said that to you yesterday.
Well, thank you. Yeah, they weren't fun to acquire necessarily. It takes a lot of time. But then I see stuff like that, and I think, God damn it, I wasted too much time, fucking around with whatever. I wasted too much time learning Perl when I could have been learning After Effects because Mike just blows my mind. Same stuff that happens with Devin. Devin will put out a video that he's really cleanly cut some stuff up, or like his mashups, and I'm just like, motherfucker, I've wasted my life.
I've seen him trying to sync stuff, and when he does sync stuff. I've got one video that I've never put on. It's only a 15-second clip, and it's a video he's working on with The Amazing Atheist, and he's just trying to sync the audio with it. You can't really tell from the video that I took. It was when I was in Vegas, but you can see he's working on After Effects, and he's trying to sync something, but you can't really tell what it is.
Oh, right.
And that's all it is. It's a lot. You have to be so finicky, and so have the absolute attention to detail, right? That's what you need, I guess, when you're trying to present something that you want to be of the best quality. You will obsess over those tiny little details of audio syncing and shit like that. And he does a lot of that. He likes the audio. He likes fannying around with the audio and overlapping audio and shit like that. I've seen him do it, and I've seen how he brings the kangaroo in and why he does it. And sometimes he does it for no reason. He just wants to do it just for a laugh.
Oh,
thinking
sure.
and make people think that he did that for a reason, but he didn't. There's a lot of faux sort of emotions. I don't know. That's what people do. That's what people like that do. But I'm not that person. I'm not. There's no way I could do that. I wouldn't even have the. He thinks on the fly as well because he creates stuff, and you do as well, right? Anybody who writes code and anybody who creates anything on a computer is creating things.
Sure.
But he,
sure.
when you, I don't know, to have the knowledge of a piece of software to that degree is quite impressive.
Yeah, he has a mastery. And one of the things that, there's only been a couple times where, he didn't have a lot of time to talk about it, but I'm so interested, the subject of editing inside After Effects, because what I suppose a fair amount of people know, but I'll go through explaining it. Adobe has two products that are designed for video work. One of them is After Effects, and one of them is Premiere. And Premiere is considered an editing program, so it's really good for bringing in a lot of scenes and cutting them together. So if you were in a major motion picture, that would be one of the later steps where you're actually taking these individual shots that have been taken at different locations and you're putting it together into a cohesive movie. After Effects is really good for dealing with individual scenes. So you might be at a farmhouse and you're trying to bring in a semi-transparent ghost in the background or something like that and get some motion tracking and whatever other effects. That's what After Effects is good at. He does the editing in After Effects, and that just blows my mind because you can even see in some of the pictures he's shown that he has what has got to be 100 layers on the bottom. You have kind of the layer view, and After Effects doesn't allow you to reuse the layer space, so he just has this wall of inputs because he's basically editing with non-editing software. That just blows my mind. And apparently it killed Anthony.
Oh, he's muted now.
Yeah, he's probably having more technical difficulties. You've used the world's hardest video editor though, haven't you, Nick?
The iPad.
The
Good
iPad.
God, it is horrible. I use a collection of different apps to do any editing I do, and it's horrible. It's almost undoable.
Yeah, you sound like me, man. Like I use Apple for pretty much everything.
Yep, I regret it.
Well, no, but I have a PC. I wouldn't try and do, but I don't have a MacBook or anything like that. So I don't have.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
I came under the wrong name. Hang on, I'll be right back. Damn it.
Sock confirmed.
Yeah.
Alright, be right back.
Yeah. So that's Jen. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just give me a second. Fuck me.
God. He is Geek Squad's worst nightmare.
Right. Yeah, if he was a paying customer, then he'd be putting them through college.
God. Oh, maybe we should tell the story. The story. I think you started it, but
Which
the
one's
story
that?
of Everforge, the kind of the plot.
Oh, well, I mean, I mentioned the quest for 50,000 subs, right?
Oh yeah, my bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's like there's going to be so many like small subplots that we could get into. Some of them aren't totally figured out. Just as these things are coming up, we're talking with people, and these ideas just kind of spark in. So we throw them into this dev chat, and before you know it, it's kind of the semblance of an idea, and so I just throw it onto this. I have this giant canvas that I'm just throwing things onto. It's like it's a Mischief is the name of the program. It's like it's a graphics program you can zoom in and out. So I'm just like throwing shit all over this thing. In fact, I'll pull it up real fast.
Yeah, we need
have
some,
an idea.
we need to have some of those graphics from the game. We promised them. And anyway, Jen. Hello, Jen.
Hi.
It's been a while. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, actually,
how's your YouTube career going?
It's all right. I put so much work into it, and I get nothing in return. It's okay.
I know, it's ridiculous, right? And I do absolutely fuck all, and I get subscribers all the time.
Well,
I'm really sorry. I should promote you more, but I don't get enough time to watch your videos.
It's okay. It's hard work and determination.
Actually, let me think. I was watching one of yours yesterday morning, What was it about? What have you done videos on lately?
Well, I had the one with my son, and then I had the one.
I didn't see that one. If it was only about your son, I need to watch that one. No, there was one prior to that. You were
My
having a
son
go at
talks
somebody.
about feminism and social justice warriors and Devin and Thunderfoot and like the problem with the world.
How old is
He's
he?
so funny. 13.
Okay, well, he's a young adult. He's getting there.
He's opinionated.
13 is... Yeah,
Like
I
his
mean,
mom.
Christ. Mine's 7, and he's full of shit right now. He thinks he knows lots of stuff, so, I mean, you know, I'll let him believe that right now.
You know what we were just doing? Speaking of my son, our package arrived in the mail with the Walker's Crisps and the Turkish Delights and the Flakes and
What
the
the fuck are you
Yorkies.
talking about? Whoa. Rewind.
Yes.
You had what?
Our package. Well, I order treats every now and again. You know,
Yeah,
for
they're all
back
from
home.
England.
Well, yeah, because that's where we just moved from like 5 years ago. So the kids are used to that, and the
Just
chocolate here is
moved
rubbish.
from 5 years ago. Yes.
And the tea is rubbish, and crisps here are rubbish. So I will only eat like prawn cocktail, like Walker's Crisps, and
Where are you right now?
in Los Angeles.
Right. Prawn cocktail Walker's Crisp in the pink bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
the Yorkie
You
bars.
sound really spoiled. Right, yeah. Oh my god. The tea is not terrible. The tea's alright. You know
I
what
don't
I
like the
found
tea
out?
here at all.
Dude, you know what I found out the other day? Do you like baked beans?
Yeah, I ordered them. I ordered tins of Heinz beans.
You don't
because I
need to.
missed
You
them.
don't need to. You don't need to. Dude, honestly, right? Maybe a month ago, I bought a can of like Texas baked beans, and it said it
Yeah.
had like bacon bits in and stuff like that, and it was cooked with brown sugar and something else. And I was thinking, this is going to be way too sweet. It's going to be horrible. Just like Heinz baked beans, exactly the same fucking thing.
No.
I swear to God, man.
What brand?
The like, just if you go to, I don't know, it depends what supermarkets you have. Do you have H-E-B or even Walmart sell them? Walmart sell them.
I've got a Walmart near me.
Yeah, they're just like the biggest selling brand of baked beans. You know what Americans call baked beans?
Yeah.
Same fucking thing.
I've
It's the
always
same
hated
thing,
them.
dude. It's right. Okay. Well, I'll have to take a picture and show you which brand I mean. But they're a big brand, man. But the same on toast with an egg and bacon and all that shit. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. The same flavor and everything. I was amazed, absolutely amazed.
I'll
'Cause
go
I've been
get some
buying.
right now. Make some toast.
I've been buying Heinz baked beans at like $3 a can.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to. You can get them for 50 cents a can at Walmart.
Dude, I just paid $10 to have 6 Viennese whirls stuck over here.
Oh, yeah. You mean the ice cream?
No, the Kipling's, the biscuits.
Oh my god, you kidding me?
But it's proper, you know, with PG tips. It's like I need that with a cup of tea. I'm so
Dude,
spoiled.
there's certain things I can taste the difference of. Tea wouldn't be one of them because I've drunk a cup of tea over here that's just as good. Depends how you make it. Depends how good you are at making a cup of tea, right? Especially if you've got milk and sugar in it. You've got to be good at making that. If Adam Aston's listening to this, he'll know what I'm talking about. He knows what I'm talking about.
Well, I
Making a
only
good
started
cup of tea.
drinking tea as an adult. Like I'd never had tea before that because it was a sin. So, you know, the whole tea thing's kind of new.
Sinner.
I drank a cup of coffee on the ex-Mormon show last night, and he said it's in 10 years or whatever, how long ever he's been doing it. It's the first time anyone's had coffee on that show. I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm a rebel. Look at me drinking my coffee.
What
So
show?
funny. The ex-Mormon radio show.
Is it an actual show? Do they get like a lot of people listening to it?
Yeah, it goes out. It's like an actual radio show. And then he's on the downloads, he said, are in the thousands.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess.
Cool.
I didn't know there was that many people that wanted to know about Mormon stuff.
Oh, fuck, you kidding me?
Oh, we're infatuated by Mormons.
Jesus, they're like one of the most interesting, ridiculous religions right now. It's like the antithesis of Islam. Like
You
Islam
should
is so
listen to our
serious, they're killing
shows
people and all that kind of shit, and they'll have to wear certain headdresses and cover the face and all that kind of shit. Muslims just have to wear magic underwear. It's like it's the opposite of Islam, really. It's so light-hearted and ridiculous.
Oh,
It
yeah.
reminds me why religion is funny. And it reminds us why we're atheists in the first place and not just miserable bastards that just keep getting accused of being racists and bigots and all that kind of shit.
There's a real
When we look at
insidious
people like
side to it too, though. Like
of course, yeah, I'm sure.
the anti-gay doctrine they just came out with, and kids are killing themselves and stuff. I keep talking about it because it's a big deal. But blood oaths as well. People do get murdered. Not like Islam at all, but you know, it's just there's a lot of creepy stuff about Mormonism. Mainstream people they don't know.
Right.
But you should listen to our show. It's not our show, but I've been on a couple of them. And it's really, really interesting. They'll go through General Conference, which is like the once yearly meeting with the prophet and stuff. And we mock it, but they talk about really Mormon-centric things, really interesting things that don't get touched on very much. So you should listen to it. It's cool.
Yeah. Well, stuff like that I do find interesting. Only from like I don't know, like you'd look at an ant farm, kind of interesting. You know, it's really interesting how these people interact and that kind of thing. It's not like, you know, it's like.
Don't you want to just
like
slap them across the
people
face? It's not going to be so stupid.
Yeah. Why are you doing that? But I don't get. Obviously, from your point of view, I'm sure you do, but not from me. I mean, I drive past a Jehovah's Witness church every day just to go home. And they're also like really modern buildings. There's no Christ. There's no crucifixes anywhere or anything like that because that's not what they do. But the parking lot is packed, man. They're busy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a busy place going on, and a lot of people are giving a lot of money.
10% of your income.
Yeah, and it's a lot of people around here and a lot of fucking money. A lot of money around here. Because it's oil and gas and shit like that. I mean, there's people earning $200 million a year, and it's not considered to be that much. You know?
So
I ain't earning that shit, but I've met people that are earning that shit.
Wouldn't it be nice? I don't know if it'd be nice. I don't have those problems yet, ever.
Would it be nice? And that's a good question. Would it be nice? I don't know. It would present another set of problems, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's never
It would.
enough. That's for sure.
Yeah, I sent a feminist fiction a request.
Where's her boobs? I want them in here. What's up?
I don't know. Is she going to be on camera or not?
I hope
I haven't
so.
spoken to her,
Wanna
but
see
you know,
some
the last time we spoke to you two was that hangout we did with Devin and Jacob.
Just when I was all new
White.
and shy.
It was Tom Gebbett's real name is Who Fucking Cares and White Helicopters Mars. I think that was the last hangout that I spoke to you two ladies on.
I was so
I think you've gone
overwhelmed.
absolutely fucking nuts since. I see it all the time. I don't, you know, the thing is with Twitter these days, it's very rare to actually look at the feed of what people are actually saying. I do obviously take note of the things I'm like tagged in and stuff like that, or I'll see them. But generally, I don't look at Twitter much anymore, which is kind of sad. I don't get time. I don't see the things you girls are saying, you know, and stuff like that. It's and I miss a lot of stuff. You know, like what Ross was doing. I had to actually go to Ross's timeline on Twitter and see what he was doing with the game and stuff like that, and then just retweeting it out because he didn't tag me in it. He's not trying to get me involved.
Ross.
No, it's not. No, that's the spirit of it, though. He's not trying to get anybody involved, right? He's doing it because he wants to do it. He's not going, oh, well, look at me, I want attention. He's doing none of that whatsoever. Which is, nobody can ever knock anybody who's involved in this at all.
Mm-mm.
And as a byproduct, it's going to make, you know, those other ridiculous people that we know about make them look even more ridiculous because of their intentions. If they actually were given the opportunity to do something like this, all they would want is popularity as with regards to Twitter followers or subscribers on YouTube or whatever, and money potentially. Whereas Ross is doing it for nothing, Mike is doing it for nothing, Nick is doing it for nothing. None of these people are doing it for any monetary gain whatsoever, or notoriety, by the way.
Just for love.
Absolutely, they're doing it just for the laughs.
It comes from a place of love, guys.
It does.
Well, it does. Yeah, it does. It's coming from a place of laughs, yeah, which is where all that, you know, human emotion comes from. So, yeah, absolutely.
It's love.
It is.
Yeah,
what it is.
no, it
It's
is.
love.
It really is. It's a you know, it's a love of laughter and you know, making these people that I do interact with, you know, getting a laugh out of them is obviously enjoyable. Who doesn't like to do that? And You know, it's not necessarily a community. That's the tricky thing about Twitter, especially, is that like how do you even partition a community? Everything's just like, you know, it's like water, right? It's just splashing everywhere. People are coming and going, but there is kind of a, you know, concentric circles of people that interact more frequently and less frequently, and when you start getting into some of those tighter knit circles, it's like, yeah, I interact with these people almost every day, and doing something that is just constantly bringing in new laughs and you know, fun discussions. Who wouldn't be on board for that? That's its own reward.
So it comes from a good place.
It does.
From the heart.
Yeah.
From the brain.
Fuck
Nick.
anyone who says
From
otherwise.
the brain. Motherfucker. From the
Hi,
heart.
boobies.
From the heart.
Hi, how's it going?
Do we have tits yet on this hangout?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, yay. Perfect.
What's your Twitter thing?
It's, come on, you just tweeted at me. It's feminism fiction.
I got it. Just tweet me out.
I'm really sad I missed the bean talk.
The what talk?
The talk about baked beans.
The baked beans.
You missed out.
I know, I wanted to throw my 2 cents in with the tea talk as well and say that Yorkshire Gold tea is the
Oh
only
my God,
tea.
my wife would agree with you. Jesus,
Yeah.
she'd agree with you.
Yeah.
Tea
You'll never want another tea after you drink it. It's called Yorkshire
Yeah.
Gold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm taking
Yorkshire.
notes.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, we're back on tea and fucking beans.
sorry.
It's important, dude. It's important.
You don't
I care
understand.
what
It
you
really
think.
is.
Yorkshire Gold. Yeah, they've got different brands. Yorkshire Gold, Yorkshire.
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon, actually.
Wet bread. Stuff. Yeah. Yeah, but you know the thing I really want is black pudding. That's the thing I need to. Black
Oh,
pudding.
I miss black pudding.
I need black pudding in my life.
I don't
I
understand
miss it
that.
every day.
That's a weird.
Well, you know when you leave a country, you're not going to know what you miss.
Isn't it congealed pig's blood or something?
It's cooked. It's not congealed.
Oh,
It's cooked.
that's better.
Pig's blood.
Okay.
Right. It's all cooked. It's not just like eating a like when you've had a nosebleed.
Oh,
It's not like when you blow it out into a tissue and then eat it. It's not like that. Right? It's really not like that. No, it's cooked. It's like cooked meat. It's just like anything else.
except it's blood.
Well, what do you think you're eating when you eat a steak? A lot of it is just
Meat.
blood. Yeah, made up of blood.
I guess that's true. There is blood in it that you end up cooking.
Right. So but it doesn't taste like metallic or anything like that. It's like a very savoury taste. Very savoury. Goes really well with bacon and shellfish. Really good, man. It's really, really good. No idea how good it is. It's not as disgusting. Just the way you describe it, it might sound revolting, but it's really not. It's really good.
Yeah, it does sound pretty revolting.
But it has to go with something, quite strongly flavoured.
What do you pair it with? Like some asparagus or something?
No, you would pair it with something with a sauce for a start, or something with a quite a well-flavoured meat, but it would have to be like pork.
Oh, you'd pair it with meat?
Yeah, you could have it with bacon. Black pudding and bacon go together, right? But you see in restaurants that you'll get like a seared scallop with some smoked bacon and black pudding because it all goes together.
I do like 2 of those 3, so it might be worth
Yeah, but
trying.
they go together. Well, which one didn't you like?
The black pudding.
Yeah, but you never had it.
No, I know.
Shut up, man. So there's one out there on, for judgment. But the rest of it you like, right? You like the seafood, you like the whatever. Right, so...
Hey,
Yeah,
I don't have to marry a Muslim guy to know that I wouldn't like being married to a Muslim guy. Some things you just know you don't like,
Yeah, but you do like meat. You're not a vegetarian or a vegan, so you
No,
will
that's
like
true.
meat products. So trust me. Do you like offal? Do you ever eat liver or kidneys or anything?
No, I've never had that, but I did when I went to Paris. I had steak tartare, which was like a big
It was
step.
just raw meat. I was just raw meat with egg. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty uneventful actually.
Well, yeah. If you're especially from the south, if you like a raw steak, you have a problem with steak tartare.
Yeah, it didn't really taste like much. They just give you a bunch of like seasoning and stuff.
Well, that's poor then, because you should be able to taste the quality of the beef. Is why you eat it raw without cooking it.
Ugh.
That's the idea of it. It's not something that I like. I've eaten raw. I don't even like raw fish.
No, me neither. I can't.
I don't like sushi.
No, me neither. Well, there's a lot of sushi you can get that isn't raw fish, and I like all of those things. Except
No, and I know sushi doesn't mean raw
What?
fish. I'm aware of that too.
Anthony, I'm so disappointed. You don't like sushi?
Well, you see, in Texas, right, sushi is big, or what they would call sushi. I don't know whether it's a Japanese person is in the chat, and I'm not looking at the chat, so fuck you. If you are in the chat, cool. But if you sushi is not necessarily just raw fish, and I am aware of that. If anybody's trying to point that out, but sushi as a brand or whatever is really popular in Texas, right? Very popular with Texans as well because they put a lot of wasabi in there, which is really
I love wasabi.
Horseradish, like really hot horseradish.
Mm-hmm.
And I love horseradish, but with beef. I don't like it with fish. But they do like to eat a lot of raw tuna. And I'm not a fan of it. I don't mind the flavour of it. It's just the texture of it I can't stand. The sliminess, the way your teeth cut through it. Just doesn't do it for me. But it's really popular in Texas. Whenever you go to any, I know there's a lot of people here listening that are not from America whatsoever. But if you go to any kind of, if you go to a store like, shit, like I don't know, if you want to shop for shoes or something like that, or if you want to go shopping for clothes or whatever, there will be something within that sort of shopping complex or whatever you want to call it that will serve sushi or Japanese food or Mexican food or something like that. That's what you're going to get. That's what it's like in America. If you want to say, if you want to, or crawfish, I saw crawfish there, yeah.
I've never had crawfish.
Oh, crawfish are really good. If you like shrimp, you like crawfish. Although crawfish are a little bit more messy. Yeah, you do get a lot of brains and shit like that. So they're really good. I mean, the flavor's fantastic because they're absolutely live when you cook them, and then when you eat them. You know, it's the freshness of this stuff that makes a big deal. If you've ever cooked with fish, especially in England, I've cooked with fish a lot. You need fresh fish, never frozen. Just it has to be absolutely fresh.
Go to the fish morning.
Yeah, but in England, you can go to a fish and chip shop or a fish fry, whatever you want to call them, right? Where you go and get something to eat, and the fish that you eat will have been caught that morning at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and you'll be eating it like at 12 o'clock in the afternoon because we're so close to the coast. But you can't expect that in Texas unless you're going to eat like catfish, which is not that good to me.
Good point.
And I don't like catfish. It's not particularly good fish to me.
I don't think I've had catfish either.
Please tell me you're not going to go to the bathroom. Are you going to the bathroom?
I think they're setting up a noose.
Yeah.
They're gone.
What was that on? What was that movie? Fuck me, when he's going to hang himself. He goes up the stairs. I can't think what it is. So yeah, Ross, when are we going to see the graphics from? We need to see this.
Which part do you want to see, or which one are you talking about here?
Just some of the graphics, man. Just.
Well, yeah. Okay. Here, let me show my screen here. Well,
this is E3 footage here.
Yeah.
So,
So let me.
Exclusive. If IGN's watching this, if you try and mirror this, I'm going to DMCA you fucking asses.
Right. Let me see if I can also get the sound to come over. Right now it's silent anyway, so it shouldn't matter.
Well, I'm watching the live stream, so I'll see if it happens. This is so much easier than doing this podcast, by the way. If anybody's thinking that these podcasts are just like really easy to put together, the stuff that Leica does in the background is incredible, and you to get everything to sync together.
Here we go. Check this out.
That's look at music's fantastic. I'm not seeing it.
Are you not? Do you have to click?
No. Okay, start again.
Okay. Okay. Is it up now?
I can see it now.
Okay.
I just wonder if it's on the live stream. Man, that looks like.
I'm seeing it. I don't know.
Well, you can see it now. I clicked on it.
We need to present Ross's screen, I think.
Yeah, you need to click that.
Anthony.
Yeah, you do. That's right. Oh, I need to do that?
I think so.
Yeah, you do it.
Oh, hang on. Give me a second.
There we go. Jeez, okay. One more time.
I'm not getting any volume now.
Yeah, it's quiet
That's
for
fine.
this part.
Is this you guys playing it?
Yeah, well, this part's actually a cutscene, so you don't actually have control, but you do hit
Oh, I
a
see.
key to progress the lines. And once it gets into the battle, you do have control. But
Okay. I'm just waiting for some graphics on that bit.
so you see, he basically just lights you the fuck up.
Right.
Yeah,
Then it stops
you're not
doing it.
getting out of that battle.
Wow.
I got a fuckload of stuff up here, don't I?
Close the porn tabs.
Yeah. How much porn do I have up? Actually, very little.
I don't think anybody saw that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Izzy's holding down the fort in the comments. Yes, Heroes of Everforge is a real game. Yes,
Yeah,
it
it definitely
absolutely is.
Yep. Even I didn't believe it was going to be a real game, but it's definitely going to be a real game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know to what lengths I have to go to prove it at this point, but that was an actual recording of me playing just earlier because Mike had finished the Rue sprite, which is what moves around on the 2D map, and so we had to see it in action. So I imported that and rendered that video shortly before jumping on here.
Yeah. Which,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's fucking incredible.
I think both of the other contributors are actually in the chat right now. Mike and Evan.
Oh yeah, Evan's in there too.
When are you hoping to have it finished by?
You know, that's going to be hard to say. One thing that we talked about a little bit was getting like almost episodically. So get like the first quarter of it done, and then get it out there so people can start to play it and have some laughs before it gets too stale. And if we're able to develop quickly, then we'll be able to, almost produce, close to how fast people would consume it. But in reality, it would probably be more like you'd have an hour with it, and then like a week later, we might have another hour of content. But if we wait until the thing is completely done, then it would probably be late in the year if we were going to try to get everything done and then release it once. So I don't like that as much because it'll just
that doesn't need
the
to be
momentum.
No, you need to absolutely no problem in releasing it in stages and then doing it.
Exactly.
I mean, that makes way more sense.
Exactly, because that, we're starting there. Like that battle that's the very beginning of the game, is what we've determined. So that's before Nos Tremendous decides he's going to join the resistance.
Every time I hear it, I want to cry. I just die.
Just the whole concept of it is fantastic.
So I gotta find this.
How nice if they would have been good sports about it,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know, but I'm more glad. I'm more glad that they haven't, because it shows their character completely. And it shows that we're just trying to have a laugh, and they're just being social justice warrior pricks.
You gotta be careful that George Lucas doesn't sue you for the Boba Fett.
for Lord TJ.
Yeah, I actually know someone who was sued by George Lucas for using the likeness of Star Wars characters in a music video. So be careful. He's like very lawsuit happy.
Yeah, that's only
he might have
a YouTube video, but nah, fuck that.
He's probably mellowed the fuck out now since he doesn't actually own
I guess so.
the rights.
Yeah.
Who knows how Disney feels though?
Oh. That was a very good likeness of TJ, though.
Right.
Yeah, very good choice.
Thank you.
I watched Star Wars the other day.
Which one?
Force Awakens.
Mm. And what did you think?
I thought it was pretty good, actually. I enjoyed it. I was watching an illegal stream So the audio, the script, the picture
pirate.
quality was fantastic. The audio just kind of got crackly at times.
You're in violation of a federal law.
Nobody tell the cops.
Shit. But no, I thought it was a really good movie. Way better than fuck me. Way better than the last one. Way better. I know. I thought it was more in spirit with Star Wars for a start, which is a big thing. Then
Yeah,
I
it
watched.
seemed more cohesive with like the lore and whatnot, but without spoiling without spoiling anything, it seems like they're just kind of rehashing the same story over and over. Like if you look at the parallels of Episode 1, Episode 4, and Episode 7, it's like okay, we get it. we understand this whole like. You know,
it was
the Force corrupts, and
I get it. Yeah,
like,
I understand what you're saying. It was still fun. It was still fun, and it was a very well put together movie. Way better than Episode 1 and all that kind of crap. Which even I didn't think was that bad. I mean, there were some really good parts in it. But I'm not a Star Wars nerd. But I do like Star Wars. I grew up on it. So I do have an opinion on it, but I think this latest one stuck more closely to what episodes 3, 4, 5, and 6 were about. Is it 4, 5, and 6?
Yeah, 4, 5, 6.
Jesus, yeah. Well, the first one, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. 4.
Because that was like the 4th movie I'd ever seen at the movies when I was a kid. The first one was Close Encounters of the Third Kind, as a movie that I really remembered. Because I thought UFOs were just like the coolest thing ever when I was a kid. And I always wanted to go to America and see those big skies with, tons of stars and stuff like that. And I can see them now. And I can see them now because I live in Texas, which is kind of nice. I don't get enough time to do it. And if you live in England, you can't see that shit because it's just orange street lights everywhere. And it sucks like fuck, man, because you can't see anything in the sky whatsoever. And it sounds like not a big deal, but it's a big deal when you haven't seen the stars in 5 years or 10 years or whatever. So, it does get to
I
be
can't
a bit of a
really
big
imagine
deal.
that part. Yeah.
It does honestly gets annoying because you hear about it and you see it in movies and stuff, these big open skies and whatnot. And I could drive maybe an hour and I'd be in completely uninterrupted skies for the most part.
I guess I'm just spoiled. Cause,
you won't even think about it, Ross. I understand that.
Yeah.
The things that when you don't have it, it's like being in prison, which I'm sure Nick will tell you about.
Yeah. I was trolling. I wasn't listening.
Yeah. Or one of the girls. I'm sure one of the girls has been in prison before. No, they're trolling.
They're both.
Prison? What?
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 You see, that's what happens when you troll the chat. Yeah. That's why I don't look at the chat.
That's what happens when you talk about baked beans.
Yeah, that was an hour ago. What are you talking about?
Wait, who's flicking their bean?
Ooh, not that kind of bean, Annie.
Screen cap that.
Yeah. Make a gif of that.
Bean moan for me.
Flick my bean.
Fiction.
Flick my bean. Yeah.
Why aren't you on cam, Anthony?
Who's saying that?
Me. Feminism fiction.
Why aren't you on cam?
Well, I asked you first.
You're
on cam for the podcast. We all know what you look like.
Well, okay. The reason why I'm not on camera right now is because the lighting where I'm sat is not particularly good. I could be on cam, I guess, but I'll only do it if you do it.
You should do it. I'll do it.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
There you go. Yeah.
It suddenly got really kinky.
No, not really, because everybody knows what I look like.
Well, oh man. Okay.
Yeah, you see, you've got no exit from that one. you know what I look like. I've got no idea what anybody looks like other than Nick.
Well, I'll just be showing cleavage, no face. So I
Sold,
hope that's
yeah.
okay.
There could be
That
worse
works.
things. No, gosh, no. Anything with
works.
that. Don't do that. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
we
Anyway.
can certainly start there.
You could show a slice of bacon slowly
Uh,
cooking in a pan.
There might be a cat as well.
You know, I've had that before. I think it was on the Skeptic Fence. Somebody told me that I walked away from the camera and I forgot to switch it off. And my cat just came across, and I'm sure that happened. I'm sure it did happen. I've not seen it, but I'm sure it did. I thought
They
that
love
was
doing
brilliant.
that.
Yeah, my cat is absolutely. I mean, it's not. It was supposed to be my cat, and it's not my cat. It's my wife's cat. Oh, it's my wife and my son's and my daughter's cat. It's not my cat.
Yeah, they choose like who their owners.
Yeah, and I said that to my wife. I was like, he has chosen you. It's not. I'd love him to snuggle up to me on a night, but he won't. He'll come up to you and lick your face and nose, and you have to lick the inside of your nose. And I'm glad he doesn't do that to me. That's the truth of it. I'm glad he doesn't do that to me.
That's so cute.
It is cute, but you know, that's the truth. That's what happens in this house. So I think Joe wants to come in. Everybody wants to talk to Joe. Joe can bitch
Oh,
about.
not Joe. Oh my gosh. Now
I'm
I'm
talking
gonna
Live
leave.
Life.
Meridian
Live
Frost.
Yeah, Live Life probably wants to come on and moan about Meridian Frost. And I am.
Well, we
Yeah.
better get it underway then.
Let me invite
I
him real
like
quick.
Joe.
We'd best get this over with real quick.
Well, and now I have to start paying attention because I've seen some interest for Joe to get into the game. So
Yep.
Alright.
this is how it works. You see, we interact with these people, we take our notes, and then we go to the drawing board.
All right, just give me a sec. I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
Give me a sec.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me about 42 minutes.
Just give me about 42 seconds. I'll be right back.
My fucking Kager.
So who wants to talk shit about Anthony?
Me.
Sweet.
I don't know what to say though.
You just want to sign up. You're joining the resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I got nothing else to say though, but yeah.
Okay.
I was
What else
thinking
do
of
we
a. Hey, Ross, tell me if this is possible. I don't know how that shit works. The creative shit. For Povered Man, I think he needs a move like go for weapon, and it can you do this like based on like probability, like whether it hits or misses or what happens if he misses? I was thinking if he successfully gets it, like at 50-50. I don't know what the percentage would be for balance, but if he gets the weapon, his next attack will be heavily buffed, or vice versa. If he fails, the other person
Oh, right.
gets them.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we have to work these interesting game mechanics in. I don't know if you noticed in chat earlier today, but I was talking about how that part of the story is just going to, if I do it right, we're going to get some decent misdirection. So Nos Tremendous is going to agree to help this guy because he's poor and he needs help. He's poor and he's starving and his family is a mess. And so you agree to help him. You're going to take him to the neighboring village and try to work things out with the evil marshal there that's hoarding all the food. And as you get there, he keeps he's just raping people and burning shit down. and Banco's just going to be like, well, this is really strange. Like, I've never seen people get food this way. and then you have to kill the marshal, who's really just trying to, get the raping, pillaging monster out of his village.
Oh, I love it.
Honestly, I cannot wait for this fucking shit. And there are reasons why I'm excited, because I've seen things that you wouldn't believe.
I've seen things, man. Can't unsee.
No, I've seen things that make my jaw drop. I can't believe you guys have fucking done this.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. There's like a level to it. There's like school level humor that I love. It just reminds me of when I was like a lot younger. It's like what you do at school if you had more skill.
Right.
You
Well,
know
that
what I mean?
is one of the things is that I want to make it kind of that guilty, juvenile pleasure,
Oh,
because
it's gotta be.
it's not
Oh.
it can't be a serious game. I mean, obviously it can't be.
No.
But if we hit the juvenile humor right, then everybody can kind of feel like a kid while they're playing it and just try to if if it gets pulled off perfectly, then every encounter is going to be like that Anthony battle, that very first video that I sent you, where like I almost pissed myself recording that thing. I had to take breaks, and I've told you this before, Anthony, as a little Easter egg. If you go back and look at the video, during the first turn, Tom doesn't have his sunglasses on yet. And since there's no pictures of him without sunglasses, I had to use Josh's face. So I've taken chunks of Josh's face and put them on Tom.
Everybody take a look at that again. It's a mishmash of Josh's and Twink's face together.
And it didn't quite mesh up right, but it was like gloriously deformed, so I kept it. And whenever I could get my shit together and keep a straight face long enough to record, my eyes would wander down to that picture and I would just lose it again. It's like medieval Downs. He's got this weird fucking like elephant growth on his head.
I fucking love it.
Luckily, he has a move to apply the shade, put the shades
exactly.
on.
It makes perfect sense. I'm actually convinced now that that's what we're witnessing.
And that's what I like, right? Is because whenever that side like come at us, it's just like it's like schoolyard insults, right? Of the worst kind, the ones that you can just get rid of in a heartbeat with something way funnier. Which is what I did with Josh last night. He came at me at the with the Troll on Trial Twitter account, and you could just tell it was Josh, just the way he was typing things. It was just so my last response to him was bleep bloop. That was it. It is bleep bloop, Josh. Bye. Just fucking, I've got no time for you. You fucking moron. Perfect. Fantastic.
There he is.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that charming young man with this wonky eye.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Holy fuck. The nose, too. I like the nose.
So every time I would get my shit together, and I was crying trying to record this thing. I probably took 50 takes. I was crying, and every time I could get the tears to subside enough to even see what I was doing, because I was trying to match. It's not a produced video. It literally is me playing the game. I set up a boss fight, and then I'm trying to win, and I'm also trying to time when I do the moves to match with the music, and kind of make everything fit and feel right. And doing that blind is really tricky. And every time that I would get my shit together, I'd see that fucking stink eye, and I'd just lose it again. It's pointed 30 degrees out. You see, that's like a fucking catfish eye.
Dude, I've seen actual people around here that look worse than that.
Well, I'm sure Tom will love to hear it.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Well, it depends where he lives. Well, yeah, we know where he lives in England, so.
Yeah.
I'm sure around there there's not many inbreds. Well,
he's got vernaculous eye. Yeah, he's got super vernaculous eye.
Yeah. Hello, Joe.
Hello, Anthony. How's everybody doing?
I'm alright, pal. Are we doing a show on Saturday or what?
Nah, I can't this Saturday. I got a big event this Saturday. I was working on my car tonight for 3 hours. I'm trying to get the differential done. And we got to install it tomorrow, so I'm on a tight schedule here for the weekend. So, but we'll continue next week. So
no, that's cool.
I'm trying to hook up a special guest for next week, so that'd be awesome. So.
Oh yeah, is it Christopher Hitchens?
No, it's it's actually Bill Warren. I'm trying to get him. So.
Who?
Bill Warren, political Islam guy.
I'm not. Well,
I'll send you a link to him.
Yeah, sure. Cool. Well, that's cool, man. So, how's things going with you? I see you having a bit of a spat with Meridian Frost.
No, fuck those cunts, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. I watched your video on him, which was interesting. I mean, fuck, man. That guy doesn't seem to want to talk to you whatsoever.
Well, we have a history, so it's probably part of it. History. But he was on the Skeptic Venture I think 4 months ago. I think it was November, December, around there. So yeah, so it seemed like he was cool when he was on the after show, and we were all talking and shit and bullshitting, and we haven't talked since. He's on my Skype still, so I don't know. He has a bug up his ass. You know, it is what it is. You know, you call him out, and then he makes an excuse saying that I doc dropped his friend, which is just ridiculous to claim. So. And,
you
and he uses that as a scapegoat now. Yeah, it's just a fucking picture. I didn't even say who the fuck it was, and there was two guys in the picture, and I took it right down.
Who fucking cares what this guy looks like? I mean, fuck.
It's so funny. In the United States now, it's over 20% unaffiliated, and this guy's worrying about somebody saying something about his YouTube channel at work and at school. It's like, come on, dude. You know, I understand it, but that's why I took it down. You know, but. The guy's an asshole. They try to insult me, and they need to be shamed, and they will be shamed. So fuck them.
That aside, I mean, I did listen to the podcast that they did, and they were absolutely not right about many things.
Oh yeah, and they also contradict themselves too. I'm like, he contradicted himself this week about profiling. You know, he's like, I'm against profiling, this and that.
That was the biggest thing that I took from that chat, was that they were saying that Sam Harris is an idiot by saying people should be profiled. But people don't realize that people are profiled all the fucking time.
Well, that's true.
Whether people want to be profiled, they will be profiled.
And the thing about that is they misrepresented Sam Harris's position on it. That's what got me pissed off too in that one. And then later in the show, he says, "Yeah, you know, we should see what the, Christian churches are doing, this and that. And we should keep an eye on them too." And I'm like, "What? You just contradict yourself." So it's okay to profile churches and keep an eye on them, but when it comes to airport security, and it's like ridiculous.
It's just, I mean, it's always strange to me when you hear the people that are talking about this live in Middle America that have no real experience of living with Muslims. Or have spoken to ex-Muslims that are telling them this is what they fucking do.
I brought that point up. Yeah,
I mean, I would like to talk to this guy. I don't think he would. And I've never said anything to him about it. I haven't dissed him. I haven't done anything to him. But I would like to talk to him about it.
I think he would. I think he would with you. And I know a person, I guess you can say in our circle, if you want to call it that reached out to him in the PM, and he actually offered to talk to him about Islam. So we'll see where that goes. I can't say who it is though, but
I'll approach him if I want to talk to him about it. I have to work out exactly what his problem is with it. Like, if I'm going to debate him, I'm sure there's many things. I can't think of what they are right now. He is a regressive in many respects.
Oh, of course, yeah. Jeez. And they tease regressives. Oh, you're a regressive now. You can't say that. Oh my God.
Yeah, but
the Muslim apologists, they tease it like it's like, well, you are.
Well, I know that if somebody's calling, I just know if somebody's calling Sam Harris an idiot, then they're probably not right about something.
Yeah.
So I just have to. I don't know. I mean, I would talk to the guy. He seems. I know he's got. I know he has an issue with you, Joe. I don't have an issue with him. I didn't even fucking know who he was until he did that hangout with Steve Scheid.
Yeah, because I dislike him. I don't want other people to dislike him. Get to know the guy if you want to get to know him. What the fuck,
I'm not saying
don't listen to what I think about him.
I was subbed to him for years. I mean, he's actually one of the first, but he just quit making videos, and I switched channels. But he was okay, like for the longest time. And I've actually gone back and watched some of his stuff on Islam. He'll say something in his videos, but when he gets in, like I said it the other day, it's like he plays baseball, but when he gets on these hangouts like that, he turns in like it's fucking softball.
Yeah, dude.
Sexist as hell.
It's good analogy, yeah.
It's like when you get with your buddies, you start talking and acting like them. I think he kind of suffers from that, and I think Peach was actually the worst in that conversation.
Oh, she was horrible, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, her and if I'm just gonna be real with it, like Meridian Frost was the best in that conversation. Everybody else was.
He was, yeah, but he still said things that were wrong.
Oh, he did. Yeah, I agree. But I went back and watched it again and tried to clean slate, tried to see if I could pick it apart, and he was probably the most on point. I mean, he brought things up that most people who would try to defend it wouldn't.
Yeah, true.
And his Joss way just drives me fucking nuts.
What I just don't like, there's people on the panel that can actually challenge what the other people are saying, but they're not. That's what upsets me about that show. Yeah. It's like, I'm waiting for somebody to say, dude, that's totally wrong, and they're not. And I know there's one person on the panel that would agree with me on certain issues that on an issue that they brought up, and they just don't challenge the idea or the assertion or the claim. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Come on, really? So, hey, if that's a show he wants, good for him. It's not going to succeed, but
I gotta bring this up. There is a shaved cat with a coat on.
Mm-hmm.
He's not shaved.
oh, yeah, check him out.
But he does have a coat on.
Yeah, this is feminist fiction. It's
Yeah,
like
this
a
is
savage.
Wonton. His name's Wonton.
Good name.
Nice.
I like that. I like that name. Does he love you? Is it
Yeah, he has like autism.
That's why he's not looking at the camera.
I'm not joking. He's severely autistic. So yeah, it's been quite a struggle actually to raise him, but it's like having see, he licks his fur. Even
Well, that's because you've got that fucking collar around him. He's like,
No,
what
he
the
likes it actually. Without him wearing the fur collar, he is a completely different cat. And as soon as you put the fur collar on, it almost makes him, I guess, feel like he has some hair, and so he feels like more secure or something.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's quite dealing with this guy. It's been quite a learning experience. But yeah, he's a little mental. But that's okay. I love
cats
him.
usually are. That's what I liked about that movie, Inside Out.
Which movie?
Inside Out.
And what is that? I've never seen that.
That's the Pixar movie
Mm-hmm.
about the people that live in, like the thing that where people live inside people's heads.
Oh, you definitely have little kids.
Yeah, of course I
Cute
do.
movie.
Yeah, yeah, that's a great movie. That's a fantastic eagle tattoo you got on your chest there.
Oh, it's a crow actually. His
Crow.
name is Edgar Allan Crow.
I have a
Edgar
crow
Allan
tattoo. Yeah.
Edgar Allan Crow, yeah.
Very goth.
You have a crow tattoo as well?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Where is
I'm not
it?
gonna-
Is it a trap star?
Center, actually. He kind of no. It's in my back. Dead center. in the
Is it on your lower back?
middle. No.
It-
I pushed it up.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, well, thank you for the webcam there, honey.
Oh, yeah, my
that
cat
was
wanted to say hi, so. You never turned yours on.
No, I'll do it next time.
So I noticed there's no Nigerians harassing you this time, Anthony.
No Nigerians.
Oh, your neighbors? Weren't they
Oh
being a
no,
total
they're
fucking
quiet
pest last
tonight.
time?
They're quiet right now. It's always the same, man. If I arrange like a we're gonna do the Flying Monkey podcast number 4 or whatever, then you can guarantee that there'll be a lot of fucking noise and we'll have technical issues.
Yeah.
But no, do people like the podcasting that we do? Just as a consumer poll thing, do people like it?
Yes.
The ones I wasn't in, because I was using an abortion.
Yeah, well, I mean, after the technical issues we had, because we've got those figured out. Because Leica's going to host it next time on her internet. She's got internet that's like 10 times faster than mine, which wasn't even my fault. I don't know. It should have just run smoothly anyway. And it's not easy to do. It's not just like we have to hook in on a Skype call and then Leica connects it all together and puts all the graphics in there and stuff. It's not. And Joe knows. Joe knows it's not fucking easy. I mean, I'm sure there's things we can do to make it easier. But
Oh my gosh, first world problems.
yeah, exactly, right. Exactly, but the thing is, right? People complain. People say, "Well, this is shit and this is shit." Like if you saw the Flying Monkey podcast 04, I had like 5 different feeds where we tried to
Fuck
start.
the complainers.
Well, I know. Well, you say fuck the but I want to make it like reasonably interesting because it's
Yeah,
on
but
my
I'm sure
channel
the
and stuff.
complainers are the minority, right?
Yes, they are. But when it's happening live and people going, "This is fucking buffering, it's buffering it," but you have to kind of listen to what they're saying, and this is what we were going on at the time.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't have these problems with live hangouts. I mean, I can look at the chat and everything's just fine. It's not like we're trying to stream anything so we can all watch it at the same time and you know, make it look reasonably good. And I don't know, we've got it all figured out. So we're going to do the next one either Tuesday or Wednesday next week.
Yeah, well, some minor technical issues are to be expected in your first few, times doing it. So.
Yeah. You know, it annoys Devin. I think it more than it annoys me or Leica.
Are you using a XSplit or no?
No, I don't know what Leica does.
She's using OBS.
Oh, I thought I saw her using XSplit the one show. No, I thought she was.
Yeah, Ross knows. You see, Ross knows what's going on with my channel as well. So Ross helps Leica, and Leica helps Ross, and we've got this little network going on.
Cool.
So we will get it fixed, and we will get, we'll have more of a structure to it as well. But it's just an alternative, you know what I mean? It's not going to be like every whatever day every week, because that's just not how it works. But when we do it, it'll have some thought put into it and all the rest of it. Just like just like Joe does, it's going to be that kind of thing.
So it's not going to be a regularly scheduled thing?
None of us can really do a regular schedule thing right now.
You just tweet out, I guess, and let people know when it's.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, right. Yeah. That's all we can do, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, scheduling's hard when you have many people. It's hard.
Yeah, but if you've got like a regular, like I thought last night you did a production meeting, Joe, but I guess you didn't.
No, I was going to, but I was just so tied up at work the last few days.
Yeah, exactly, right. So there you go. That's shit that happens. So people expect certain things. It's not like they're necessarily going to be disappointed because they don't happen, but people do end up expecting that this is what's going to happen, and then they'll become disappointed for whatever reason. And it's good that people might become disappointed about it.
Yeah, they do.
It's not always possible, about what you do, Joe, and like this hangout tonight was just me and Ross talking earlier. I says, I'm thinking about maybe doing a hangout. Wife and kids are out, so let's do it and see what happens.
What? You didn't even say that. I didn't even know that. If I would have known that, this would have gone completely differently.
Why is that?
Guys, naked.
Oh, fuck off. Yeah, you just don't get out enough. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. I don't know, but I ain't spoken to you guys in such a long time. It's been a month since I've even done a hangout.
Has it really been long?
Well, it's over a month. I mean, Joe, when was it, Ross? Was it March 4th or something? Very early March when we did the last one. And it wasn't a particularly pleasant one. Yeah, so it was just one of those fuck off everybody who don't like us. And I'm still of that mindset. In fact, more so, I don't have time to talk to people who I have no interest in. But I still get it. People tweeting me things, take a look at this video, why don't you subscribe to this guy, why don't you look at this guy, and blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to ignore anybody. But you have to kind of divide your time up between people who you either know or don't know or want to know or like or whatever. And that's the thing. Like, I've sent the link to this Introverted Smiles guy. The guy that's pushing out like 4 videos a day. So he's just like vlogging his life right now, which is great. An ex-Muslim, obviously an American. But he's like vlogging his life, which I think is fantastic. I have no problem with that whatsoever.
I really like him.
He isn't. Do I love?
I really like him.
You really like him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like him as well. Yeah, me and like him.
Who is this?
I lose my smiles at I lose my smiles.
Okay.
But on Google he's like Introverted Smiles. I asked him for his real name and he says, well, that's why I'm introverted, so I won't tell you. So he said, call me Smiley. It sounds really weird, but when I lived in England, I knew many Indians that wanted to be known by the name of Smiler.
He's in the chat, by the way.
Right, well, tell him to get in here then. I've sent him the link. Many Indian people want to be known as something simple to English people because they don't want them to struggle with their actual name. So just call me Smiler, which is basically what this guy said. Call me Smiley, which to me is the same thing as what I heard 10, 20 years ago. So,
all right.
Say Izzy in the chat as well. Izzy should be in bed. I know what time it is in England. Smiles.
Izzy, get to bed.
Smiles, get in here, pal.
2:30. It's 2:30.
I'm going to run this for another 30 minutes. So Smiles, you better get in here, pal. Otherwise I'll cut your ass. So the main point of this hangout, right, is to absolutely promote Ross's and Mike's and Nick's game. That's what I want to. I'm going to push this to Sargon of Akkad. I'm going to push this to the Amazing Atheist. I want them to tweet this out as well. once it's ready.
Yeah, that
But
would
not
be
yet.
amazing.
Which reminds me,
Izzy, I'm going to bed soon, honey. Well, I'm not going to bed. I'm going to cut the stream off in 30 minutes. Izzy, I see you, Izzy.
oh, she's a developer too, so she got to get a little credit.
Yes.
She helps with the artwork. She cuts things out and stuff. So got
Yes.
to give her a shout out.
She's officially part of the graphics pipeline. She's taking a lot of these source images and she's cleaning them up so Mike can work his magic even faster.
Me,
Was it
what?
easy?
Just because you get the inside scoop doesn't mean you're part of it. So you just shut your mouth right now.
Well, Izzy Allen, you know damn well that you've got a lot going for you. So I don't need to do anything for you.
Obviously, this is her first job.
Yeah, exactly. Just me saying that she's got a lot going for her. That was her first job. And she's done a grand job of it as well. I've been really, really quiet on Twitter and stuff lately. It's difficult to know who to engage with.
Yeah, I noticed that. You haven't been making that many posts on Twitter.
No, it's you get
What do you
bored
mean?
with the idiots, man.
Difficult
Yeah,
to know
true.
who to engage with.
Difficult to get. Oh, okay, not difficult. Being bothered to get involved
Gotcha.
with. You know what I mean? It's like I don't see enough fun out there, and I'm not saying that there isn't fun out there. It's a case of me being bothered to actually get involved with it. I mean, me and Josh obviously go back to me making him look like a dickhead 6 months ago. You know, it's not. This is nothing new to me. But to you guys, if you want to rag on him, I don't have a problem with that.
That shit that he did on April Fool's Day was ridiculous. That really bothered me.
You mean like a day and a half after?
Or a day and a half after, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was like the third to Devin.
Yeah. That was ridiculous. But I could see how somebody with Josh's mental ability could find that to be really funny and like a gotcha moment. It's like, wow.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have anything of value to address, then go for drama. It's like what was that website that got not shut down, but what they called, not Gawker. Was it Gawker? Yeah, Gawker.
Yeah.
Gawker's coming
The
soon.
Gawker website.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the internet equivalent of that, like the poor man's Gawker.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about it. It's like that gotcha journalism that they do where they ambush you they ambush somebody at their car.
Exactly.
Hey, what do you have to say about this? And it's like there's a reason that those people are despised. There's a reason paparazzi are despised. And that's what he's doing. Like it's ridiculous. And I refuse to promote the conversation that I had with him because he doesn't need any fucking attention. But that gets explained to him very, very specifically, very thoroughly, just how unprofessional and frankly dangerous this kind of behavior is. You know, he's making claims about people that can cause actual damages that he could be liable for. So I don't know what the fuck's wrong with him.
And this guy, all he wants is attention, and we always must remember that. We must remember that all he wants is attention. It's not like he has good ideas to put out there.
He also pulled that bullshit.
Right.
That bullshit where he put a colander on his head and tried to do like a hidden camera kind of thing, and he goes to a Canadian church, and I can't think of any nicer people in the world, and he's trying to get kicked out. He said that was his goal, was to get kicked out of a Canadian church.
Yeah, he just wanted to create some drama. Which, why doesn't he go to a mosque and try to do the same thing?
He said he would. I said, go to a mosque. And he said,
I love that. I love that when he does that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he might want to do that one on a live feed because he might
do it on Periscope. I'll send him tons of hearts on Periscope while he's doing that.
Right.
Yeah, while he's getting mowed down with axes and shit.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. It might be hard to upload that thing after they chop him in half.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because but he lives in the way west of Canada, which is where none of them are coming in. Like, I mean, the only entry point from the United States is where you're living, Ross.
I'm in the west of Canada as well. Unfortunately, I'm a little too close to Banco.
Well,
are you BC at least?
I'm BC at least. I'm one province away, but
yeah, okay.
Still closer than I'd like to be.
Yeah.
Just over the Rocky Mountains for me.
Fam, Jen, I got a question for you. If you were at a gym and you were working out,
oh god,
and here comes Josh, wearing a tight shirt, like he says he does.
Yeah,
Puffy nipples.
impressing the ladies.
Yeah, with that big old beard.
I wouldn't even let him spot me.
Wow.
I would
Okay.
rather have the weights like fall on me than have Josh spot me.
Oh, and that nasally voice. Oh,
Dude, that is the guy that you keep across the fucking room.
Yeah, you see him from across the gym, and you're like, oh, okay, that's one I have to avoid.
You see his gums glimmering in the distance.
And his big schnoz, his big snout.
Yeah, now, people need to understand this. This is completely unscripted. I'm not pushing people into talking about Josh like this. People need to understand that they've come about this conclusion on their own.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
He's gross, and anyone that looks at him would come to the same conclusion. Ew.
Ew. Yeah, real women talking right now.
Yeah,
Real women.
true.
I mean,
what now? Okay, let me ask you this: what if he was just trying to warn the women's camp?
then nobody would have a plan.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious, right? We know this, Nick.
Yeah.
Right, we know this.
Mm.
They would not have a plan.
Smiley's in here.
Yeah, well, I've asked him. I've sent him the link, man. He's just been a dick.
No, he's
not
in
his
here.
way.
I'm actually here, man.
Oh.
okay.
Jesus Christ.
This is how Anthony treats all his guests.
Defend your
Stop
claim.
being a
I feel
dick.
like a creep or something.
Nice hosting skills there, buddy.
Thank you, man. It all
Anthony
works,
wonders
man.
why I was all
Who the fuck
scared.
is this guy?
Those clouds.
That fucking bitch.
I'm always nice.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, I'm always nice. So Smiles,
What's up?
which one are you? Are you the
I'm the clouds.
you're the cloud with the-
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. Oh, I don't even want to say it anymore. I
So we've got Smiles. Smiles is introverted Smiles, or at I lose my smiles.
yeah,
Did they get that right?
yep. I know it sounds stupid.
Not really. It works. So this is an ex-Muslim. You're American as well,
Yeah.
like born and bred American.
Yeah, and I fell for it, man. I fell for Islam and pretty much snapped out of it. It was a long process. I didn't go straight to atheist. You know, I went agnostic theist, then agnostic deist, then eventually agnostic atheist. Now I'm anti-theist.
Recently, right?
Yeah, so it's a process.
How
Yeah,
did you
it is a
get
process.
how did you get like sucked into Islam?
There was it was a white convert. Surprisingly, not many people know this, but the white converts in America, they take Islam very seriously.
Mhm.
And so he was just like pulling me to the side and say, "Hey man, don't you want to like follow Islam according to the Quran and the Hadith?" I was like, "Yeah, man, sure." And then next thing you know, I'm starting to take this religion seriously and
Where did you
live
meet this guy? Out of curiosity.
at university.
Oh, okay. Was he going to your university, or was he like going there specifically to try to, you know?
No,
Yeah,
he was actually the president of the Muslim Student Association at my college campus.
Hmm.
He had a lot of influence. He's very charismatic and everything like that.
Mhm.
But he was just like, he just pulled me to the side because he was like, yeah, you know, the Muslims on college campus, they don't really practice Islam according to the Salafi interpretation, which means like the literal interpretation. So he got involved in that, and he got me involved in that. And like, I'm not trying to play the victim. Like, I had no control. I truly thought Islam was the religion and everything like that. And
Mhm.
eventually, fast forwarding, you know, all that extremism, I just noticed the immoralities of Islam, and you know,
How long did you practice for?
I would say like I practiced seriously for like 4 years, but I was like in denial of like the text about stoning or the age of Aisha and all that kind of stuff. Like
Mhm.
not in complete denial. Like I knew it happened, but I kept trying to somehow justify
it, or,
it.
yeah.
And eventually, like I just said, man, this shit is too immoral. So it was basically the immoralities. For other people, it's just like, oh, the Quran doesn't make sense and everything like that. But for me, it's like, this is too fucking violent to be from God, you know? And the rest is history.
How did your parents and friends feel about your?
They don't really care. Like, my family is like, you know, Muslim by identity. And they just like, oh, everyone's going to heaven as long as they do something good. and friends. I mean, the type of interpretation that I was following, there were small communities, and they still exist in Florida where I live. But after they found out that I apostatized, and I mean, yeah, they made a big deal about it on Facebook, online, and everything like that, but nothing too violent. Like I had some people like try to harass me and stuff like that, but nothing too.
Nothing too violent.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to kill you, in other words.
Yeah, but
Being
if I
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I didn't get too many death threats.
yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah, so we're gonna get Smiles on the next Fly Monkey podcast. That's
Yes.
the intention, and so that's why I'm just vetting him right now, so I want to make sure he's interested enough.
Yeah, sure, man.
I give him my vote.
Yeah, well, the girls seem to like you, dude. So
Oh.
that's
No, I
obviously-
find that to be really interesting. Like, I don't know, I have a lot of questions.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I like to interview you at some point, so.
Yeah,
man.
I usually get the interesting ones on first. I had Last Pharaoh for a start, and we had Isaac. Jesus, man, we had all these people like 6 months ago. We always seem to find the nicest people, and then they go off and do their own thing, which is good.
You had me on first. Now it's my turn to go do something good.
Lady, I've had you on once. What are you talking about?
That's what I said. You had me on first. Like you were the first person to ever have me on.
Oh, you've been on many other things since, right?
Yeah.
Giggity.
I mean,
Yeah.
you.
I've noticed that though. I've noticed that, right? It's like you'll come on my like hangout or whatever. Do I call this just a hangout? And then you'll go on and get interviewed by people. Not you, but other people will,
Mm-hmm.
which is good.
You're just that popular.
I'm not. I know. People maybe seem to like what I say sometimes. I've always tried to just gather people together, and that's it. And if they then want to go off and do their own thing, then that's fine.
Speaking of popular, where is our Supreme Lord Commander Devon today?
He's getting back on his own time. So
Getting
it's
back on his own time.
yeah, like time, like the time on the
Oh,
what
time-
it is on the earth.
Time difference. Okay.
Yes, that one.
I was like, that's really cryptic. What does that mean?
Yeah, I've been online at like 11 my time, and it's 8:44, so it's like a couple of hours away, and he'll then wake up. So he usually gets up about 6 his time, which is
Okay.
at like 11 my time. But lately, he doesn't want anything to do with anybody
Yeah.
because of the shit that's getting thrown at him. So, which is understandable. It's like fuck everybody. All these people that pretend to be my friend at some point try to screw me over.
Yeah, that sucks.
But that doesn't go with Josh. I mean, Josh is consistently, at least one thing he's been consistent at is being an asshole.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think that'll change anytime soon.
No, so the less attention everybody can give him is the better thing to do. So if he ever tweets anything out, just ignore it.
So we'll just make a video game with him as one of the main
Yeah,
characters.
that's fine. Yeah, Ross is all over that. Yeah, we're absolutely all over that. But Ross will do that. But Josh will get no attention from it.
Yeah, I know.
But it's when people talk about him. Josh likes people to talk about him, and that's the thing.
By the way, just to be clear, Rue is the bad guy. You were playing as the Goobers. You know, you're playing as Josh. Yeah, you're playing as them. Rue is the bad guy.
Oh,
and-
really?
Oh yeah. Just
You know, you might have
just
to
so-
do a different version as well. You know, once you've beaten the game once, you can replay it again as Devon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you
'cause-
see, in classic Tom fashion, because a little background: within about a week of announcing Heroes of Everforge 7 years ago, he announced the sequel.
Yeah.
So in full Tom
Coincidentally
fashion,
enough.
we've actually announced through number 4, which it would have to be spelled out. Spell it out in chat.
Kind of like Too Fast, Too Furious or something like that. Yeah, with
Yeah,
the number 4 in it.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll put it in here too.
Oh, yeah. Raw.
Everforge.
Everforge. That's good.
Yes.
That looks
So-
good, too. I like it.
Yeah, so we've announced through the 4th game. So maybe that'll be the sequel, because we clearly have no fucking clue what we're going to do for 4 games worth of content. So perhaps one of the sequels will be playing through it backwards as the villain.
The I guess the prequel, how Rue came to or I guess, swept
Oh
through and
yeah,
came to power.
we could do episode 1. That's one of the things that Mike mentioned is when he saw the name Everforge with the 4 in it like that, he was like, "Fuck, we need to do like Star Wars and start with episode 4."
Oh, yeah.
Because that's too cool. He's like, "We can do prequels later, but that name is just too good." But yeah, there's definitely a potential for that. One of the not to get too game geeky, but one of the really cool things they did in Resident Evil 2 was that there's basically a second game mode where you end up playing through the other side of this. It's a police station that the game largely takes place in, and at the beginning you get separated from your like companion, so you're always on like the east side of this precinct or of this building, and after you beat it, you can play where you end up on the west side, and it's like mostly the same game, but there's like a lot of details that are different, and they've added some stuff. So it's kind of like almost like a hidden mode. It'd be really cool to do that, except with Rue. Put a couple of like his quests through to come to power. It'd be awesome.
Is it the west side of Edmonton?
Yes. Is Edmonton large enough for a west side?
Yeah, well,
it's
the
pretty
West
big.
Edmonton. The West Edmonton Mall is in Edmonton. It's like the second biggest mall in the world. Yeah, Edmonton's pretty large.
Bragging rights. Big
Yeah.
mall.
Yeah.
Big mall. We're known for our mall, eh?
Eh? And our shitty welders.
All right, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. Just because I'm a miserable bastard.
Typical.
But I wanted,
Indeed.
no, I know. I'm sorry, guys. But I wanted this to be about basically Ross fucking over Twink.
I might.
Just for the record, I want that to be on my channel because I can't wait just for the game to come out and me to just be like, I just heard somebody there almost laughing, just like, I'm gonna fucking love it. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want. So we're gonna do the podcast number 4 again without any technical hitches. Right.
Yay.
Knock on wood.
We've got.
I have faith.
I do too.
We've got all the content from 4 coming up, which is some really fucking good stuff, man. I mean, Devin picked some really good videos out there that we didn't even get to cover. So we're gonna still stick with Ross and Nick, and then we'll go from there.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Good deal.
I'm gonna host a show after this when you're done.
Oh, really?
Anybody that wants to join?
Well, shit, I might join that.
What the fuck?
I just don't know.
I don't have anything else going on.
Well, no, because I've got something going on in the next hour, and then I've got, and then I'll be free.
So he can skip to the bathroom for about an hour and then come back. So.
I'll just go for a big poop.
Yeah, big dose.
Yes.
TMI, Anthony. TMI.
I'm joking. I don't poop.
I know. Oh my
He
gosh.
doesn't poop.
I don't. I'm bleached. Okay? I've got a bleached asshole.
Oh, nice.
Wait, what? Pixar didn't happen.
Wow.
Oh no.
He's upped his asshole game.
I'll talk to you later. All right, well, thank you, everyone, and
Thanks,
please
Anthony.
join. Oh, you're welcome. No, we'll do it again. I haven't done a hangout for so fucking long. It's been over.
I know. I noticed.
And I wanted to get some girlies on, obviously.
I know. Usually it's such a sausage fest.
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
Leica went to bed. My compatriot in crime. Leica's my buddy, but she's asleep. But you two were like tits, everything. Awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Tits and cats. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Ross. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Oh, Matt, fuck off.
Everforge for life.
Everforge for life. Yeah, wait until it comes out, guys. You will have no fucking
I can't wait.
clue what it's gonna be.
So excited.
Yes. Everybody needs to pimp that out. That's an order.
I will.
Orders.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get some media packs going. So
Yeah,
some
we
stuff
will.
going
Yeah,
on.
boy.
VIP tags, everything, right?
Yeah, the works. The
All
works.
going on. All right.
Awesome. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah.